What is going on, everybody? How you all doing out there? I hope this video is finding you well. Welcome or welcome back to Get Right On In. My name is Andrew, for those of you who do not know, and today I am just going to be doing the Choose Your Own Fantasy tag. This tag was originally created by Johanna with the best hair on YouTube. I will have her channel with the original video linked down in the description box, as well as the playlist that Johanna has been keeping that I do believe actually has every video that is being done of this, but definitely includes all of the original people who published this video on the same day with her, including Pete from the Ponderings of Pete, who tagged me to do this, so this is my response. Now with all of that out of the way, without further ado, let's get right on in. Question number 1, Fantasy Twin. Name a character you can relate to on a personal level. Oddly enough, I think I am actually going to go with one Bilbo Baggins for this. Simply because I want to see mountains again, Gandalf. Mountains! And then find somewhere quiet where I can finish my book. Does that sound like me to anybody else? Because that sounds like me to me. Plus, this whole I'm going on an adventure thing that he has in the actual Hobbit before the Lord of the Rings and all of that, I've just always really connected to Bilbo, and he is going to be my fantasy twin for this answer. Number 2, hero. Name a character you aspire to be like. Okay, I'm going to make an attempt at saying this name. I even looked it up on Patrick Rothfuss's blog to see if I could pronounce it correctly based on how he says, but Kavothi, however you say his name, I don't know. I really enjoy him as a storyteller and everything that that character has gone through. So I am inspired by him, and I would love to be more like him, except for I would also love to just be able to say his name without question. Number 3, champion. Choose a character to be your champion in a duel. So for this one, I am actually going to pick a character named Alistair Stone. He is the main character from the Alistair Stone Chronicles, which is a self-published series that I really enjoy. I've talked about it a couple of times on this channel before, but I met the author R.L. King at an author event a few years ago, and I read her first book. I'm on book 12 now, I think, and she's on book 25. That series is one of my favorites. I love Alistair Stone, and if I was ever in a duel, I would love it if he came to my aid and used his little mage powers to make sure that I came out on top. Number 4, unlikable character. Name a character you love to hate. Cersei Lannister. Anytime I see her name, or when I watch the show, whenever she came on screen, I just loved her so much, but I hated her so much at the same time. She was just so vindictive and crazy and well written, and I just absolutely love how much I hate that character. I really, really do. Especially over like Joffrey, who I actually hate, but Cersei I love to hate. Number 5, Tavern Buddy. Name a character you would love to go to a tavern with or have a night out on the town with. For this, I definitely would love to go out for a night with Fred and George Weasley because they are so funny. I think that we would have so much fun. I'm sure they would bring along all of their little joke stuff from their joke shops, and I'm sure we'd get into a bunch of shenanigans, and it would just be a night that I might not remember because I might be blacked out for it, but it would also be a night that I would never forget at the same time. Number 6, villain. Name a character who you would not want to cross paths with. So this one, I'm going to pick Roland from the Dark Tower series. I don't want to say too much about it because it definitely gives away spoilers, but if you have read The Gunslinger, the first book in that series, you would know what happens with Roland and Jake. So all I'm saying is that if you cross paths with Roland and you think that he might be your friend, he might not be, because all he cares about is that tower. And I actually had wanted to put Roland in a couple of different places on this tag, but I ended up settling with not wanting to cross paths with him because I don't know if I would like what would happen to my life after that happened. Number 7, mentor. Name a character who you would want to learn from. So, oddly enough, I probably should have put this character under the villain, but I would love to learn from Inquisitor Glokta out of the First Law trilogy. Look, he's crazy, I know, he probably does fit a lot better into the villain category, but he is so smart, he is so cunning. I would love to learn how to deal with people the way that he does, and just like the thoughts that he has and everything just going on in his life. I don't know why, I just think that he would be such an interesting person to learn from. And yeah, so I did want to put him in the villain category originally, but in the end I actually think I'd rather learn from Glokta, because I feel like he's one of those things when they talk about keeping your enemies close, you know, closer than your friends. That would be Glokta right there. So I want to learn his wily little ways. Number 8, Samwise. Name a character who you could trust to be your best friend. So this is gonna be actually super easy for me. I'm going with Falkor from The Never-Ending Story. Look, I want that luck dragon on my side. I want to hop on that luck dragon's back and fly around all over everywhere. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, Falkor is gonna be there for you. He was there for Bastion, he was there for Atreyu. He's one of the most beloved fantasy characters I feel of all time, especially from the movie, even though he was better in the book. So Falkor, just come be my friend, come be my luck dragon, come just take me on a journey through the world, because you're just, I trust you probably more than I trust any other character out there. And number 9, found family. If you could adopt a character or give them a home, who would it be? I am gonna go with one Kaladin Stormblessed for this, because everyone on my channel knows how much I love Kaladin. That poor guy has gone through so much in the Stormlight Archive, and I would just, if I ever had an opportunity to just give him a solid home where it wasn't as full of all of the shenanigans and crazy stuff that he had to go through, I just really feel like he needs that home. So I would give Kaladin that home that he deserves, because oh, he just goes through so much in that series. And that's gonna be it for this little tag. I had a lot of fun with this. It took me a while because I was trying to think of some of these answers, because honestly there's so many characters, there's so many books, there's so many opportunities, but I'm super thankful that Johanna came up with this tag, because I think it's a fun thing in general. Choose your own adventure stories were some of my favorites when I was a kid, so thank you Johanna for making this tag, and thank you so much Pete for tagging me in this video so I could do it for myself. If you have not done this tag yourself, or you weren't one of the 900 people who got tagged out of the first wave, feel free to do this, because this is a super fun one. But in the meantime, I will have the playlist of all of the videos that have currently been made of this down in that description box, along with Johanna's channel and Pete's channel, and I don't know what other channels that I might have. Maybe I'll just link to everyone who did this from the start. And thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you pressed that little like button, as well as considered pressing onto that little subscribe button as well, and then joining me every Tuesday and Thursday, and sometimes on Sundays, for bookish and writerly and entertainment-y-esque content just like this. In the meantime, I hope you all have a day just as beautiful as you, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!